Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean. This is In The Mixer as we continue our Hashtag United series in Football Manager 2019. We are well and truly towards the end of the season now, 21st of March at the time of recording in-game. You remember back that last episode for Christmas, all we seemed to get was a whole bunch of different injuries, and that has kind of continued throughout the last few episodes and last few weeks. Daniel Adji came into the side, was in great form. He actually broke the Hashtag United goals a game record by scoring 4 goals in one match. And then in the very next game, he broke his ankle and he's now out for 7 to 9 months. Marcus Stamp, of course, still out with damaged cruciate ligaments. Hopefully he's back in time for the next season. Keep your fingers crossed. Tashane Richmond's been out for a good 6 or 7 weeks with sprained ankle ligaments. There's a couple other people that have picked up knocks here and there. Shashua was one of them with his torn hamstring. Ryan Adams was one as well. A whole bunch of different people have picked up knocks and injuries over the last few weeks. So the wear and tear of the season is well and truly coming through now. We're not going to try and force Shashua or Richmond back through for this game against Eli. We're going to work them through slowly but surely. We have had our youth intake. There weren't many players that were really worth, so we released a lot of them. But we did pick up Emiliano Garro here, who's a no-nonsense centre-back. We're going to try and get him working with Ricky Evans because they're very similar in terms of their structures. He's got decent determination and aggression and bravery, so we're going to try and work him to be a central midfielder on defend. He's only 16. He'll be like a long-term prospect type thing. It'd be cool to bring through some of our own players. Same as David Ramsden, 3.5-star potential ability. Already really well suited to that advanced playmaker support role. He'll just be a backup for Shashua. He's only 15, so he does have some time ahead of him. As soon as we can, we'll start getting them tutored by players in the first team. And I put them on the bench today just for the hell of it, because why not? We lost Tom Humphrey, briefly. We then got him straight back on a non-contract. He was only gone for a couple of weeks. Harvey White has left and gone to Salisbury. He's on a part-time contract, so we can't get him back in. We're currently working on 2 goalkeepers. The first one is Tiago Gonzalez, who actually came through our youth intake. We didn't take him on board at that time because he wasn't good enough, but I guess if he's a backup goalkeeper, that's fine. The other one we've bid on is Joe Walker, who I think we're just going to bring in until the end of the season just to be a backup goalkeeper entirely. He's played at Sheffield Wednesday, Boston United, East Thurrock, so he has played in the divisions above us, and he could be great for us in that backup capacity, but at the moment, I think Beasley will see out the rest of the season. Now, looking at the schedule since the last time we met, which was, of course, the game where we won our back-to-back League Cup final against Galston, a commanding 4-0 win. We then followed it up playing 20th place Norwich CBS, a 1-1 draw. We just didn't take our chances. Like you can see here, our match ratings are all pretty good. Tashane Richmond had a great game. Scott Pollock's doing really well as the advanced playmaker in that 10 role. Gary Madden pulled back 1 shot for them. We spoke a couple of weeks ago about getting proper FM'd. They had 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal for a 1-1 draw. It is what it is. I'm not going to complain too much. We've had a great run this season. We then played God Manchester, won 3-0. Harry Honesty with a double and Daniel Adji with 1 in his lovely little bit of form. Long Melford won 3-1. Scott Pollock with a goal. Daniel Adji with a double in that one. This is the goal scoring clean sheet nightmare, I guess you'd call it. Daniel Adji 4 goals, Charlie Morley and Harry Honesty adding late on. They also got a goal in extra time, so a lot of injury time there. 6-3 is a pretty tremendous victory. We then beat Horsham, who at the time of recording on this one were 2nd spot. They've now fallen behind Stonemarket again. But a 3-0 win, a very good performance. It's unfortunately where Daniel Adji broke his ankle. We then played Galston. Ryan Adams came back into the side, got himself a hat-trick, which was fantastic playing up front, and then beat Haverhill 1-0 to a Charlie Morley free kick last time out. So we're still in great form. If we look at our competitions here, we're 7 points clear, but with the game in hand, which is the game we play today, or it might be the next game that we play actually, against Thetford Town. If we win that one, we go 10 points clear on level games, and we start getting to, hey, when are we actually going to start tying up this league title? But to do that, we need to get past Eli, so let's jump straight into that game now. Alright, you've already seen it, but let's go through our lineup quickly. Beasley in goal, of course. Humphrey, who is now our star player for the league season, at left back. Sarpong at right back. Akeem and Singano as our central defensive partnership. Hersett and Evans. Evans will captain the side in Tashane Richmond's absence. Pollock at the 10. Honesty on the left wing. Morley on the right. Adams up top. Looking at Eli, they've got Higton in goal, Richardson and Butcher as their central defensive partnership, their captain John Ashton at left back, Hutchins at right back, McDermott, who looks like an ex-York City player, judging by the kit, at right wing, Theobald on the left wing, Stokes and Barnard, their leading performer for the season in central midfield, Hamilton up top, their leading scorer, Murdoch, their leading assist getter, will partner him. And they're not a bad side. I think they're currently sitting around 10th, so it could be more of a challenge than perhaps we're currently letting on. But if we get a decent performance here, and we're probably overdue like a real good thumping with a clean sheet in a recorded episode. Oh, what am I talking about? We beat Galston 4-0 in a cup final in the last one. I shouldn't complain. I'm too spoiled in this series, is what I've decided. But the game kicks off. All right, ball forward here from Higton. It looked like he was replaying from an offside. Hurst's got time and space to move into. Plays forward to Harry Honesty now. Goes back to Humphrey. Hurst into Pollock. Out to Evans. Lovely little triangles there. Reverse pass into Pollock. Finds him again. And he gets goal side. Plays forward to Charlie Morley. Pollock now looking for a runner. Instead goes back to Hurst to Humphrey. Our ball retention here is absolutely fantastic. Scott Pollock, only 18, doing so well. Oh, Jesus. Evans strikes from about 35 yards out. And it wasn't that far off, to be fair. But Scott Pollock, just his ability to hold off two men, despite only being that young, is fantastic. And I think it's probably one of the reasons we've seen so many different teams come in and offer him a contract throughout the course of the season. Right, looks like Ryan Adams has picked up a knock here, so we're going to have to adjust a little bit. What can we do? We might push Charlie Morley out to, or up front. He can do that role, but it's not suited. And we'll bring on Aaron Couch for a rare appearance. He's finally gotten over how upset he was about his playing time. So I think that's a good enough time to reward him with a little bit of a run in the team. Yeah, I guess that's the best we can do for the time being. We might give him a team talk as well and just say, faith in you, get out there and make a difference, see if he can make some sort of contribution. All right, we're at half time. It's not been too bad. 6 shots, 2 on target, 58% of the ball. They yet to register a strike and only had 42% possession. So we're not doing too badly. I might just assertively say, keep playing the way you have been and the result will come. We'll give that a whirl. Everyone's responded positively to that. Really the only downside is Ryan Adams' injury. Our strikers just cannot stay fit. There is a man that we'll reach out to once we get out of this game to see if he finally wants to join us on trial. You'll know who I'm talking about if you've been watching the rest of the episodes. All right, Higton with the ball forward now. 55 minutes in. We look to make subs after this highlight, I think. Played forward to Harry Honesty, back to Humphrey. Bursts forward into the space, finds Scott Pollock square. He loses the ball but then does well to recover. Evans now, ball over the top towards Richardson. It's cleared away. There's a ball in behind here. Akeem should tidy up for us. Goes back to Beasley in goal. Long ball forward. Scott Pollock with a lovely flick on header to Couch. Comes forward now, strikes from distance, and it never really looked like it was going to trouble the goalkeeper. Okay, so we're towards the hour mark now. So we're going to make the remaining 2 subs. We're going to adjust around here. Couch will come to the left wing. We'll push Pollock out to the right and bring Ramsden on at the 10 for his debut. And then we're also going to take off Tom Humphrey, bring on Ross Gleed because he was only on a 6.5. So it's just adjusting based on match performance assertively. I have faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. And they've both responded really positively. So David Ramsden, the first player to come through the Regen series, or our Regen player, to make his debut. I know there are players in that squad that came through the #United Academy, but this is the first in-game Academy player that we've had make his senior debut, and we've gone a goal down. David McDermott with his 9th goal of the season. It's a good strike, to be fair, but Jesus, that's frustrating. So we might also use a shout here in a moment. It's a great free kick, right in the top corner, and maybe Beasley dove a little bit too early. Probably could have walked over and grabbed that one, but take nothing away from the strike on that one. Shouts, let's say, show some passion. See if that one works. Most people were fired up by that. Harry Beasley is motivated, which is good to see. We've got an immediate highlight. Charlie Morley to take the corner now. It's headed away. Doesn't beat the first man. To Pollock. Squares up to Ramsden. Ramsden! His first goal of the season. First goal for the club. An absolutely unstoppable strike there. And on his debut, that's absolutely fantastic. David Ramsden, what a strike. We're going to have to get him a face pack or something. There's a couple of different content creators that are creating face packs at the moment, doing awesome work. We might have to get him one. That is a great strike, right into the top corner. And it's a dream debut for the young man. All right, we're into the last 15 minutes now. We've got a highlight here. Higton to play a ball forward. Should be won by Ross Gleed without any challenge. Just needs to find a forward pass. He's got Hurst in the middle. He uses him now to Ramsden, who releases Aaron Couch in behind, who is carrying a knock. He's gone down. Oh no, what's happening here? Couch has done something silly. And he's got a red card. I'm not sure what he did. He went in with 2 feet apparently and took out the man chasing the ball. This is why we don't play that often, Aaron, because you do dumb shit like this. I wonder if we can play strikerless and just see how we go. So we might make it an advanced playmaker set to attack. and then we've got 2 attacking wingers. So the idea is it gets out wide to the wingers and they just swing crosses in for the other winger to hopefully finish. That's the idea in my head. We have been so, like last season, season 1, we had no issues with injuries, not long-term injuries anyway. We had no real issues with red cards. And then this season, I don't know if it's the step up in competition and everything being a bit quicker, or that we lost a couple of our older heads in the likes of Tom Williams, Jack Harrison, Dan Brown, where our discipline just goes sometimes and people get sent off, and we have long-term injuries as well. So we might need to pick up a secondary physio to help out Stevie CB. He's the best in the biz, but he can't do it all by himself. And we might use a shout here, and we're going to demand more, see if that works for the last 10 minutes. Everyone seems focused, which is great. Can we push on a little bit further here and try and find a winner? All right, 10 men. Here we go. Ross Gleed with a free kick. Finds Ramsden towards the top of the box. Played inside to Charlie Morley. Gets his strike away. What a goal that is. 14th goal of the season. And what a debut this is for David Ramsden. A goal and an assist in his debut. It's a hell of a cameo from the young man. So Gleed plays this one forward to Ramsden. He just does very well. Picks out the pass to Morley. And Morley just kind of takes it from here. Takes a decent touch. And that is as good a strike as you will see. That is just what a response that is to going a goal down so late and going down to 10 men. All right, not sure how much of that we missed before the audio cut out. It's good play here from Blaney, and he just plays a decent ball inside to Seal, and they've got a 2-man advantage on the left. I'm not sure what's going on with our left back, and McDermott with the strike. He was all on his own there. Ross Gleed didn't get to him quick enough. It's his second goal of the game, and they've gotten their equaliser late in the match. There's 1 more minute to be added on. Are we going to see any further drama before the referee calls full time? We're pretty much at the end of that time now. Here's the last highlight. It is around our box. Sarpong's brought the ball down to finds Evans. Just needs to get it in the box. Sarpong to Evans again. Come on, Sarpong. Get it in. Get it in. Come on, Ricky. Ricky, get the ball in. We don't need to retain possession. Just get the ball in. Let's find something. And the referee's called full time. Look, we've not done that badly. I've not been humbled in a recorded episode yet. I think our losses have all happened off screen. But to get Ryan Adams injured in the 37th minute, to have Aaron Couch sent off, to then still go ahead. Obviously, the massive highlight there, David Ramsden, what a performance from the young man on debut. And 2 good goals to David McDermott, to be fair. So I'm not going to come down too hard on anybody. We're just going to say, you're unlucky today. And I dare I say it, that's probably the last time I ever bring on Aaron Couch. All right, just like that, we're a week ahead. A couple of people have come back from injuries, which is great. We've still got 3 players out. They're in pretty poor form, so I'd expect us to get a decent result here and hopefully go 10 points clear at the top of the table. All right, so we're going to go with Beasley in goal, Humphrey and Sarpong as the fullbacks. Ricky Evans will drop in alongside Singano at the back. Hersett and Pollock holding midfield with Shashua back into the starting lineup playing at the 10. Harry Onston on the left, Charlie Morley on the right, Tashan Richmond up top. Tashan will probably only get through about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, sorry. And I've accidentally just skipped past the Kirkley and Pakefield team, so screw them, don't worry about it. If they go ahead and beat us now, then we'll know it's because I didn't do an appropriate team preview for them. So yeah, we will have to make some subs at half-time just to manage everybody's fitness. And I'd love to get Garo and Ramsden out there. Given how good Ramsden was in the last match with his little cameo, if we can continue bringing him through, that would be absolutely fantastic. Here we go, got a highlight here. Morley to take the corner, looks towards Harry Honesty, and that one has found its way in. Think Armstrong got a decent hand to it, but not enough to keep it out. 18th goal of the season for Harry Honesty, and yet another assist from Charlie Morley. His set-piece delivery this season has been phenomenal. It's a great ball. You can see Harry Honesty just peels off the front post there. Maybe Armstrong could have done a little bit better with it, but just pushes it into the side netting, and we go a goal to the good. All right, Armstrong with the ball forward now. Armstrong with the ball forward now. Harry Honesty with a decent header. Scott Pollock should get to it first. Finds Charlie Morley out wide right. Into Shashua now. Top of the box. Looks for Harry Honesty. Reverse pass to him. And it's a great strike from Armando Shashua. His 6th goal of the season. And an assist now for Harry Honesty as well. Just a lovely little exchange between the two of them. No one tried to force anything. Waited until they had a forward pass. Just a good little give and go here. Finds Harry Honesty. Honesty could have cut back. Instead, he looks for the reverse pass to Shashua. And it's a great strike on his left foot. Armstrong again, maybe could have pushed it around the post, but instead can only push it into the back of the net. Alright, referee calls half-time, 7 shots, 6 on target, really good conversion rate for us, 54% possession. Kirkley hadn't been terrible, 5 shots, 2 on target, 46. Just going to calmly tell everyone, very pleased with your performance, keep it going lads. We are going to make 2 subs here at half-time, which is always risky. Going to take off Tashan Richmond because he was only approved for 45 minutes by Stevie CB, our physio. And I'm going to take off Armando Shashua. It looks like he's picked up a knock, and I really don't want that to be a recurrence of the injury that's kept him out, which is a torn hamstring. Okay, pressure. I'm going to tell David Ramsden that pressure's off for him. I just want him to go out there and play his game. He seems relaxed. And for Theo Baker, we're just going to calmly tell him, I think there's a lot more to come from you. Completely believe you got what it takes. It's not his favourite position playing up front, but he'll hopefully do a job for us for a while. If it's not working out, we can also push Charlie Morley up there as well. He did pretty well in the last game. Stonemarket are 4-0 up against Clacton, so they're keeping up pace and remaining 8 points behind us in the league structure. They've also pulled away from Horsham YMCA quite a bit. Now a 10-point gap between second and third. Morley now to take a corner for us. It's a deep one towards Theo Baker, and he hits side netting. The Stonemarket are really unlucky. They finished second in the division last year to Wroxham, who went up after absolutely pretty much pancaking everybody in the division itself. So they've been really unfortunate 2 years in a row to just have a superstar team. You know, obviously I can call us a superstar team now, we're 8 points clear, but you would think if they do all right in the playoffs, I'm not sure what the playoff structure is at this level, or if there isn't a high quality team that comes up from the lower division, they'd be favourites to get promotion the year after. Right, we're through an hour, so I'm going to take off Lee Hurst and bring on Emiliano Garro for his debut. Another hashtag Academy graduate. I think there's a lot more to come from him. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said there was no pressure, but he's responded positively anyway. And 30 minutes remaining. We've used all three of our subs. So hopefully nobody does anything silly in terms of cards or injuries or anything like that. And I'm also going to tell everybody, demand more. It looks like they've switched to a lower tempo, so they're not looking to go after the game or anything. They're just looking to limit our damage. Struggled to get my words out there. Here we go. Ferguson with a strike from distance. Played square to ball. Comes forward again to Ferguson. Can he get the shot away? It's a decent strike. His 10th goal of the season. They've pulled one back here, Kirkley and Pakefield. Is it too late for them to be mounting a comeback, or are they going to put us under pressure for the last 10 minutes or so? It's just a simple exchange football, and just no one gets out to the ball quick enough. Good finish, to be fair. Alright, assertively, we're going to demand more. Looks like Tom Humphreys picked up a knock, which is a bit of a disaster for us. Alright, we've got a highlight here. Morley to take a corner. It's a deep one. Ball knocks it back down to Ramsden. Can he get the strike away? Knocks it in, finds Harry Honesty on the rebound, but he's offside, it looks like. Decent save. A decent strike from Ramsden. Decent save from Armstrong in the K&P goal. And Harry Honesty was the first man there, but he must have been offside when the initial strike come in. It's about 30 seconds remaining. Humphreys is going to play it forward to Honesty now. Just head to the corner flag, please, Harry. Nice little exchange of passes here from K&P at the back. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Hopefully if he goes long, the referee will call full time. It's a good header on to Booker, to Cartita on the right. Humphrey with a good tackle. It's pinballing around. Singana gets it away eventually. Only as far as Merchant, and the referee calls full time. So we had to hang on there a little bit at the end, but a good 2-1 win. No need to overcomplicate stuff. A good win, boys. Well done. Don't need to get down on anybody just yet. Alright, so a good win, 2 good victories in this game, and we maintain our 8-point lead at the top of the table, though credit to Stonemarket, they are keeping up with us at a crazy rate. 14 shots to 7 in the end, 55% possession to 45. Hashtag United win against Kirkley and Pakefield. Harry Honesty, of course, player of the game. Shua's injuries, 2 to 3 days, that's not too bad. And same for Tom Humphrey, 1 to 2 days. We can make do with that. London-born central defender Emiliano Garro made his debut, which is absolutely fantastic. Our unbeaten run extends to 19 games, which is phenomenal. Let's have a look at our schedule here. I think we already know where we're coming back. We're going to come back and do Histon. We'll play 1 game off screen against Woodbridge. We'll play Histon and Thetford Town. That's a bit of a revenge episode for us because Histon beat us 3-0 and our first league defeat in the first 2 seasons of the game itself. And then Thetford Town we've never actually beaten. We've drawn with them both times we've played. And that will continue our merry way onto the final games of the season. As always though, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. I appreciate all the people that are liking and commenting on the videos. You can subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date on future videos as they're released, or alternatively you can follow @InTheMixer_FM on Twitter. Reach out to me on there, I'm always happy to talk to people. Let me know how you're going in the hashtag United Challenge in FM19. Let me know if you want to have a go at this database and have a look at it. Go and support the hashtag United channel, of course, as well. As always though, I've been Sean. I'll see you guys in the mixer, and don't forget to hashtag it.